You would think the worst part of losing a parent would be the funeral. But for a lot of families, that's when the real nightmare begins. Not from strangers, not from criminals hiding in the shadows, from family. I've worked investigations where brothers stopped speaking forever, sisters drained bank accounts before the body was even buried, and children quietly sold off property that was supposed to be split between the family. And the scary part? Most of it happens behind closed doors where nobody sees it coming until the money is already gone. Because when grief, greed, and inheritance collide, people change. And sometimes the person stealing from the estate is the same person standing in the front row crying at the funeral. Hey everyone, I'm Mike with Elite Investigations here in Billings, Montana, and this is Behind the Investigation. Today we're trying something a little different, more of a podcast style episode. So let me know down in the comments if you like this format, or if you want me back in the studio setup. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the page and allows me to keep bringing you more real-world investigations and true crime content. Now, let's get into tonight's topic: estate fraud. As a private investigator and former law enforcement officer, I've seen firsthand how ugly estate disputes can become. Today, we're talking about something that happens far more often than people realize: family members stealing from a deceased parent's estate. And by the end of this video, I'm going to explain how it happens, the red flags families miss, how investigators uncover it, and why these cases almost always turn into emotional warfare. Most people imagine estate theft as somebody breaking into a safe or forging signatures. Sometimes it is, but more often, it starts small. A son has access to mom's debit card because he was helping with groceries. A daughter is listed on the checking account for convenience. One sibling handled the finances while the others lived out of state. And after the parent passes away, suddenly money starts moving fast. Bank accounts get emptied, jewelry disappears, vehicles get transferred, firearms vanish. Cash hidden in the house somehow can't be found anymore. Then the excuses begin. Oh, mom wanted me to have that. Dad promised me the truck years ago. I was just reimbursing myself. You never helped anyway. And now the family isn't grieving anymore. They're building sides. Over the years, there are patterns you start seeing again and again. One of the biggest? A family member using a power of attorney before death to quietly move money around. Now, let me be clear. A power of attorney can be legitimate, but it also gives someone enormous financial control. And when there's little oversight, it can become a perfect tool for abuse. We've seen situations where large withdrawals suddenly appear. Property gets transferred before death. Credit cards stay active after death. Retirement funds mysteriously shrink. Valuable collections disappear from the home. Sometimes the theft starts months before the parent dies, And by the time the rest of the family realizes what happened, the trail is cold. These cases are different from normal theft investigations because the victim isn't just losing money, they're losing trust. Imagine discovering your own brother emptied your mother's account while she was in hospice care, or learning your sister sold your father's guns before probate even started. Now add decades of family history onto that: old resentment, favoritism, childhood fights, alcohol problems, jealousy. Estate cases become pressure cookers. I've seen grown adults screaming at each other in driveways over furniture. I've seen families spend more fighting in court than the inheritance was worth. And once lawyers get involved, it can go on for years. A lot of people think investigators only do surveillance, but estate investigations are actually a huge part of what many private investigators handle. Our job becomes putting together the financial and factual timeline. Who had access? When did the money move? Who benefited? What disappeared? Who suddenly became secretive? We start digging through bank records, property transfers, business filings, vehicle ownership, social media, probate records, surveillance footage, witness interviews. And sometimes the smallest detail cracks the case open. Maybe somebody suddenly bought a new camper. Maybe they paid cash for a truck. Maybe a neighbor saw them removing safes or firearms from the house late at night. Every piece matters. The biggest mistake families make? Waiting too long. People assume everything will work itself out. It usually doesn't. Because once money disappears, recovering it becomes much harder. Bank footage gets deleted. Records get harder to obtain. Witnesses forget details. And sometimes assets get hidden before probate attorneys even know they exist. If something feels wrong early on, families need to start documenting immediately. Save texts, save emails, take photographs, keep timelines. Because emotions alone don't win cases. Evidence does. The hardest part isn't proving the theft. It's what happens afterward. Because even if the money is recovered, the family usually never goes back to normal. The holidays change. People stop talking. Grandchildren lose contact with each other. One investigation can split a family permanently. And honestly, sometimes the greed shocks even me. I've seen people fight harder over an inheritance than they ever fought to spend time with the parent while they were alive. That's the part that stays with you. If there's one thing I've learned in this profession, it's this: money doesn't create character, it reveals it. And when a parent passes away, the truth about people often comes out faster than anyone expects. If you believe estate theft or financial exploitation may be happening in your family, document everything early and speak with an attorney or experienced investigator immediately. Because once assets disappear, finding the truth becomes a race against time. I'm Mike with Elite Investigations, and sometimes the most dangerous people in an investigation aren't strangers, they're family.